Welcome, welcome. This is Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizenship rundown. Wow, that's a tongue twister. So today we're going to talk about the Mustang series. In the last videos we talked about the Roberts Space Industries Aurora. So now we're going to go into the Consolidated Outland Mustang. And you see we're in our Rebel and York hangar. And here are the Mustangs in all their glory. So the first Mustang over here is the Alpha, as you can see. It's a very pretty looking ship. I do love all the angles on it. It's quite a bit different than what you would expect on most ships in the verse. We'll take a look all the way around here. It does have a cargo spot here. You can carry up to 10 units according to the documentation. And the way you get into some of these Mustangs is underneath here. You got to use a ladder to crawl up in it. We'll take a look at what this thing looks like in the cockpit. One of the best things about the Mustangs are the wide open canopy. You can see everything out this canopy. There's no bars in front of you. There's nothing blocking your view except for right here in the middle here. But you can literally see, I mean, it's got the best view out of any of the ships that I can think of. Just fantastic view. We'll take a look around this ship here again from the aerial view. All those angles. And it's got twin engines here. This this ship can carry 4 weapons in it. The Alpha is going to be your all-around starter. It can fight, it can carry some cargo, it can do a little bit of everything, which is kind of what you're going to want in a starter ship. Just like the Aurora MR, you can do just about anything you need to in this ship. And it's not going to be a master of any of them, but it's going to be a pretty decent ship when it comes to starting out. This one, to me, is going to be a little better than the Aurora MR. The Aurora seems a little bit bigger. This one's got a little bit better cross section. It's gonna be harder to hit in combat. So, all in all, I like this ship a little better than the Aurora. Now we can move on to the Beta, which is this next ship here. The Mustang Beta. This one is designed for long-term flights. So it's designed for long distances. Let's see if we can get in here. I can show you the inside and how it varies. This one should have a bed in it. It's your exploratory touring type ship. And here you go. Back in here we can enter in this little back section. You got your storage bins. You've got a bed. You've got some lockers here, which are fully interacting right now. You got a little lounge area where you can sit down. Just hang out. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Then you have all your kitchenette stuff over here, including overhead storage compartments, which looks like you can open those. Cool. And it looks like this would probably be your bathroom shower area. There, if you ever wonder what a space toilet looks like, right there. Nice, shiny, and chrome. And then you can also lay down in your bed. So, if you're starting out and you really want to explore the verse, this is a great starting ship for doing that. As you can see, you got all the amenities here. You even have a fire extinguisher. And we could crawl over and get in the pilot seat, but it's going to look similar to the last pilot seat we were in. And I think we're about to glitch out. Interesting. Maybe not. Yeah, use ladder. We're going to crawl down now. So, the beta. Exploratory. It too can have 4 weapons. And you can see it's got a lot of power plants here. 3 different power plants. And that would be the Alpha and the Beta. Now let's move on to the Delta. The Delta is your cream of the crop when it comes to attack vessels. If you want a Mustang, one of the starter vessels, this one's actually a little bit pricier than most other starting vessels. And of course you can't get a hold of it at the moment, but this beast can carry size 2s on the wing, and of course size 1s on the turret here, which you can change out for different weapons, of course. But it also comes with all these missiles right here. This is a missile pod. It fires dumbfire missiles. They can be deadly if you can hit with them, which in this version of the game, in 2.6.3, I haven't had a whole lot of success using those. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's not that easy. Now, in previous versions, I was able to hit with the rockets, and they would do devastating amount of damage. So you may have to wait and use the rockets on bigger game, kind of like, you know, your Vanguards, maybe Constellations, Cutlasses, those type ships. As you notice, there is no bed in this one. This one is set up to be a fighter. As you can see, it doesn't have quite the viewing angles that the previous version does. Down here, you've got these bars in here. My guess is it reinforces the superstructure in some way, making this thing a little tougher. It's supposed to have a little bit more advanced armor than the other Mustangs. If you notice, the joystick layout on these are just like the X52 by Cytec. I like how RSI, how CIG decided to model these current joysticks that we have, these modern joysticks, and put them in their ships. Now the next 2 ships, their intended role is purely racing. We haven't done a ship yet that is racing specific. This first one is the Mustang Gamma, and of course it does have a couple of guns, but you notice there's no turret here for 2 more guns. That would slow the ship down. So what you have is a ship that's built for speed. Now you can see it's got the racing stripes on there, and instead of a cargo unit or anything right here, it's got a 3rd engine here. 1, 2, and 3. Let's jump in. And you notice how we jump into the racing ships here. That's a little bit different. A ladder drops down and you climb into the cockpit, whereas previously you would climb in underneath the ship itself. Now the front end of this is a little different as well, as you notice. Still great view angles all around. Nice paint scheme on it. This is the Mustang Gamma. It's built for speed. These are pretty fun to race. They're not the fastest racers out there. They're not the most maneuverable, but they are pretty consistent, I have to say. And we'll get up here. I will say if you're going to be racing, a mouse and throttle maybe be a good combination. Also, mouse and keyboard's okay. I like to use joystick for everything, but I usually use dual joysticks. But for racing, a throttle and a joystick is, that's the way to go. Alright, so let's move on to the crown jewel here. This is the Mustang Omega. This is a limited ship. It was only released if you got some sort of AMD graphics card back a few years ago. And again, it does have the 3 engines here. It's got the specialized paint scheme. So it has AMD R9 right there. So you had to get like the R9 version graphics cards. This one also can have 2 weapons, size 1s. So they're definitely not built to fight, but they are built to race. It's practically identical to the Gamma except for the paint scheme. So just keep that in mind. If you want an Omega, you're probably not going to get one, but you can get a Gamma and it'll be the same thing, just looks a little different. And let's take a look around this ship again here. I love how the black and the red fade together here in the middle. That is sweet looking. And there's some speculation on whether they're going to redo some of these Mustangs. I would imagine they will, especially when when they're doing this Item 2.0 port for the Star Citizen PU 3.0 Alpha. But that would be the Mustang Omega. So we'll go through all these real quick one more time. If you're getting a starter ship, the Mustang series is a good series of ships to get. Mustang Alpha there. This is your most versatile one. It's also the cheapest one. Then you have your Mustang Beta, which is for exploration. The Delta, which is a combat ship. It's only available on sale every so often. It's not as common as the Alpha or the Beta. And then you have your Gamma, which is a racing ship. And your Omega, which is a limited racing ship. These are your Mustang, Consolidated Outland Mustang starter ships. If you like my videos, please press the thumbs up, share them with your friends, and please subscribe. If you're interested in joining Star Citizen for the first time, my referral code will be down at the bottom of this video in the description. And if you're interested in joining an org, Texas Space Navy has openings. And I'll put the link down below how you can join our organization. And that's going to do it today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I'm Mud Dog for the Texas Space Navy. We'll see you in the verse.